Okay, folks, it's 20 past 9 in the morning on the 4th of April. This is a one-off take because I'm rammed at the moment. Sun opposite Mars in about 4 days' time. That means that the Earth is going to be halfway. It's going to be in the middle of a line between Mars and the Sun. I'm sure that there's no scientifically provable or measurable gravitational pull that scientists would say would have an effect on the Earth. Me, I'm preparing. I'm clearing a space for myself to not to be too vacuous in the coming few days, I think. The moon's in Gemini at the moment. It'll move into Cancer and hit Jupiter in 2.5 days' time. That's the next temporary flashpoint. Talking to a bunch of astrologers yesterday, individually, and we all agreed that there's something out there. Everyone we know is picking up at some level on some type of intuitive capacity. Something's brewing and no one can put their finger on it. And it's not just a normal sense of collective intuition. To quote someone yesterday, to quote Joe, my apprentice, it's a game changer. And it's very easy to buy into the media and Politico spun myth of that game changer being something dramatic, an event, an explosion, a volcano, an earthquake, a war. Anything like this which would act as a major focus of attention. I wonder if it's bigger than that. This, to me, astrologically speaking, has to be one of the 2 or 3 biggest times, astrologically speaking, in human history. This period of 12 to 15, maybe 20 years that we're at the end of this particular phase of the cycle. And in that time, population has almost doubled. Technology has tripled. Spirituality has quadrupled. Psychic space has become crammed. Individuals have had to develop internally because the external fields have become too crowded. More than 3 times more people now on planet than there was when I was born. And it's still escalating. And accelerationist theory, eschatology as well, blended with accelerationist theory, suggests an imminent crunch point, a kind of nexus point of transformation. I really think we're in it right now. Of course, 3 months' time I'll be sat here with egg on my face, and I probably will be, but something's going on. And this is real. Still feel that we're right in the mix now. We're at the end of, coming to the end of phase 1 of the Grand Cross, the initial opening, the new moon in Aries. Now we deal with Sun opposite Mars for the next 3 or 4 days, 5 days. And that's warlike, it's feisty, but let's not get dragged into individual gameplays in individual locations around the world or individual things in our lives. Struggle to see the bigger picture, struggle to break free of the conditioned responses to fear and to paranoia and terror. This is a chance for you to actually go, wait a minute, I'm not sure I'm buying into all this. Let's try looking at it a different way. Why? How does this actually affect me? What can I do to change not so much the world, but my perception of it? Enough of us do that, the world's going to change overnight. By the time we're into, what are we now, the 4th? By the time we're into the 10th, 9th, 10th, it's going to be seriously looking at the eclipse full moon in a week and a half's time. But let's get past the moon conjunct Jupiter first, and that's in 3 days' time, and the Sun opposite Mars, and that's in 5 days' time. What if this is pushing us so hard, so harsh? The only growth that really works is if it comes with pain. I know who that reminds me of, but nevertheless, it does seem humanity is pushing itself into an ever smaller gap with an ever larger force. And something's about to give. And I remain optimistic about the outcome. There's some type of transcendence coming, but it's not going to be hippy dippy or fluffy. It's not going to be full of angels or ascended masters or any nonsense like that. It's going to be full of people like you and me. But we're going to have a much stronger intuition and a much stronger integrity and a much greater sense of self-determination as well. See you later.